Meghan and Harry, they are now being accused of bullying the WME employees. We'll talk about that. But why I'm talking about this topic, it is because of what Prince William did, and we know that he actually awarded this guy, Jason Knopf, former communication secretary of Meghan and Harry, with this award, Victoria Order Award, prestigious award, for what? For his work. But we know what was the real reason. The real reason was because he actually spoke out about the bullying of Meghan and Harry with the staffers. We'll talk about that in a second. But before we move on, just to tell you, this is a vlog I'm doing from my car, and then we'll go back inside my house in the studio, and then we'll finish off this the rest of the video there. Most of my viewers are not subscribed to this channel. If you're one of them, consider subscribing, because we give you all the updates on a regular basis about the British royal family. Now let's talk about this particular article that I found, and it gives us some solid understanding, some real background about Jason Knopf. In the last episode of Harry and Meghan, the Sussexes and their lawyers explained the long legal process against Associated Newspapers after Mail on Sunday published a personal letter from Meghan to her estranged father. So again, this happened, I believe, last year, beginning of last year, or end of 2021. I'm not sure exactly with that year, with the date, but it is not too old. In other words, it's not too old. Okay, so what happened is that Thomas Markle, Jason Knopf, who still worked for Prince William and Kate Middleton at the time, gave a witness statement. Associated Newspapers predictably appealed. Meghan and Harry's attorney, Jenny Afia, said in a doc, quote, "When we were just about to go to the Court of Appeal, a senior member of William's team, Jason Knopf, came forward to give his witness statement, which was not required. And sadly, there is just no way he could have done that without the authority of his bosses." Basically, they're talking about how Jason Knopf got involved into this whole thing when Meghan Markle, she was writing a letter to her father, pulling at the heartstrings of people, telling the whole world, "I love my father so much," at the same time telling her father, do not leak this letter, even though she knew it will be leaked. So Jason Knopf got involved in that letter, and he became a witness in the court, because Meghan and Harry, they sued Daily Mail. They said, Associated Press, they said that how could this letter be leaked? And so Jason Knopf, he got involved in this court affair, and he said that this is exactly what happened. So in other words, he exposed what was really happening, instead of Meghan and Harry taking Sunday Daily Mail to the court and have it all on their way. Jason Knopf got involved so that Daily Mail could have some other evidence to suggest that it was really meant to be leaked. There was no privacy invasion of Meghan writing that letter to her father. Where is Jason Knopf now? According to his LinkedIn via US Weekly, Jason Knopf is still working for the Royal in some capacity. He left his position as Chief Executive Officer of the Royal Foundation of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge earlier this year in January of 2022, but is now working as a board member for the Earthshot, a foundation which William founded. It's also listed that he is a founder of Mission Over Story and a Global Leadership Fellow of Conservation International. He previously worked as Senior Advisor to the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, and as well as Communication Secretary to the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Okay, so again, he worked for the royals in some capacity. He is still working according to this news, and we know the reason he is standing up against Meghan and Harry is because simple. These guys, both of them, especially for Meghan, she is a bully, and he is now testifying. He's saying they did bully, they did expose the letter intentionally, they did leak the letter intentionally, even though Meghan played games with it, saying that, oh, how could Daily Mail invade my privacy? But there was no invasion of privacy. In fact, Meghan herself leaked the letter. She wrote the letter in such a way that it will be leaked and it will be shared. There was no condition in that letter such to state that nobody should ever read this letter other than her father. And then she went on to accuse her father, well, you leaked the letter and that I wrote it to you, from the bottom of my heart. I really cared for you, and all the lies and nonsense from Meghan. And then her father, voila, the next thing coming in the media, that her father was leaking the letter, which is not true. Now let's take a look at this video, and I'll be making some comment about Meghan Markle bullying the staffers of WME.
We know Meghan Markle has signed for representation with WME. WME will assume representation of Archewell, her and Prince Harry's content creation label. Film and television production, brand partnerships and overall business building will be explored. Acting will not be an area of focus. WME's CEO signing of Meghan didn't satisfy his employees at the company because Meghan's previous diva behaviour in the workplace was already well known.
This was inevitable what Meghan will be doing once going to WME. She's not going to be there as an employee. She wants to have a position. She wants to be called Duchess of Sausages by everybody. And so, when I heard this news, I was like, yeah, I believe it.
But the employees can't decide the boss. According to a new report, the first meeting at the super agency went just as expected. The staff were told to call Meghan by a title, the Duchess of Sussex, or adding Her Royal Highness. No one was allowed to use her first name. Americans don't use titles. This is a complete embarrassment. No one can refuse her. She got angry and said unacceptable things to the staff. The source said that Meghan's rule makes WME staff hate her even more, but they'll take her money and call her Duchess to her face and some horrid nicknames behind her back.
Now, Jamie Curtis is a big deal for WME because she is holding a very, very high position in the Hollywood, in the acting business. So if she is saying that, yes, something like this happened, they need to take it very, very seriously about Meghan Markle. And she looks like, according to this video, she did mention that Meghan, she is bullying staffers. She is not liking how they're behaving with her. Obviously, they are behaving normal, but we know for her, for Meghan Markle, being a narcissist, nothing is enough. You need to bow down to me. You need to treat me, as the video suggested, as your Royal Highness.
With lots of WME office snark tempered with earnest attempts to rehabilitate her image, with an eye to earn some money off of her. 10% is the industry average. It comes as Jamie Lee Curtis, who's the recipient of the Oscars Award 2023, also roasted Meghan for using the royal title to merch while the Sussexes didn't take the royal responsibility.
And guys, I mentioned this before, and I said basically that going forward, if you are meeting Meghan, Duchess of Sausages, in a formal gathering, you must address her as Duchess of Sausages or even the Queen of US. I know a lot of you will freak out when I say that, but that's what I predicted, and this is exactly what this video is suggesting. This already happened, that Meghan Markle, now she wants people to call her with a title, not the name.
You may remember Jamie Lee Curtis from films and television shows like Freaky Friday 2003, Scream Queens 2015, and the more recent Knives Out 2019. The actress married Christopher Guest, a screenwriter, composer, and the fifth Baron Hayden Guest. As the wife of a baron, Jamie Curtis has the title Baroness Hayden Guest, and she could be called the Lady Hayden Guest, but she chooses not to use the title nor the style when in the United States. Meanwhile, despite stepping aside from the royal family, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle kept their royal titles while calling the system toxic. This is why Meghan can't be taken seriously. She just keeps making money off of herself. She has zero social skills, which is probably why she couldn't make it as a royal. She may be able to make employees call her by a title, but a title means nothing here. Royal commentator Daniela Elsa said, "A clear pattern has emerged this year. Harry and Meghan very vocally criticised the royal house. The world is a bit shocked. Royal reporters Chunter pearls are clutched. Palace critics cite the Sussexes' criticisms as even more proof of how broken this whole concept is." And then the couple go back to announcing spiffy new business deals and using their Duke and Duchess titles. The million-dollar question, or should that be the $180 million question, is would Harry and Meghan be snagging such stratospherically lucrative contracts if they were just Mr. and Mrs. Mountbatten Windsor? This disconnect between the Sussexes.
This bullying allegation is just the tip of the iceberg. Trust me, everywhere they will go, Meghan and Harry, they will leave behind a very, very bad example. People are fed up with their bullying. We are reporting on this for the last 2-3 years now. I mean, this started way before she even got married into the monarchy, but as you can expect, the future looks even more glim. Thank you for joining. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. See you in the next one.